Wow, the ending of The Batman just opens itself up to so many exciting possibilities, and I literally just can't wait to see where they're going to take this franchise next. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Lifestyle Critic. I hope you're having a brilliant day. So The Batman just dropped and I have to say it was just absolutely incredible. They did a brand new interpretation of the whole Batman mythology and really embraced the detective aspects to it while still having all of the staples that you would want to see in a Batman movie. And like I just said, there are so many exciting opportunities that they can navigate this movie towards. I've done a massive non-spoiler review as well as a spoiler review on all things to do with the Batman, so I'll link both of them in the description box below. But what I'm going to do in this video is talk about the future potential within the Batman. I'm going to be talking about 10 particular characters and how each of them can take this franchise into a brand new direction. So this is your spoiler warning, as we are going to be talking about all of the massive things that happen in this movie. So spoiler warning aside, the first one that we have to talk about is the Joker. Absolutely love the final tease in this movie. I know that this particular character's cameo did actually leak quite a few months ago, so there were discussions and rumours that Warner Brothers are going to totally remove him from this movie, and I'm really glad that they didn't do that and that actually they kept him in there. And I loved that conversation between the Riddler and the Joker right at the end of this movie. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. And I love that we've now got a bit of a younger Joker character, as obviously we've got middle-aged Joker characters played by Heath Ledger and Jared Leto, as well as much older depictions of this character brilliantly portrayed by Jack Nicholson and Joaquin Phoenix. But this time we've got a much younger Joker adaptation, and I feel like the Gotham TV series really did show that this character has got so much potential when you look at him from a young age. So maybe they will re-explore the origin storyline from a Killing Joke perspective, but I just can't wait to see what's going to happen with this character. And with Robert Pattinson, I'm sure that they will focus the second movie, maybe in a similar blueprint form actually, to how the second Nolan movie really focused on the relationship between Batman and the Joker. But as this character is just so phenomenal, and as they did tease him at the end of this movie in a very similar way now that we come to think of it, that Batman Begins did tease the Joker at the end of that movie, I just can't wait to see what's going to happen with this character in the future. Next up we have the awesome Riddler character, such a brilliant villain, and because of the fact that he shares a real intricate past with Bruce Wayne, this honestly can't be the last time that we've seen this character, and this character's riddles and ciphers just lends itself so well to a detective mystery tone and storyline. And now this character actually has a real true score to settle, and like I said, shares so much history and backstory with both the Bruce Wayne and the Batman character. Now I'm sure maybe, given the tease that we see at the end of this movie, actually maybe we'll for once see a bit of a Riddler and Joker partnership happening, like we have actually seen quite a lot in the animation series, as well as the 60s Batman TV series as well. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen when Riddler and Joker team up and partner up together. That's going to be absolutely incredible. The third one I think we're going to see is Calendar Man. I feel like this movie took so much inspiration from The Long Halloween, and actually Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves did say that Calendar Man may well appear in the future. And I feel like Holiday, even though that movie is completely different genre, really did show that actually if you look at pivotal moments across the calendar year, it can actually be really intriguing. And like I said, of course, Long Halloween did do that as well. So I feel like Calendar Man will allow this movie to continue with the whole mystery detective angle, and will also mean that certain deaths could take place on certain key calendar moments. So I feel like Calendar Man will be really cool. Of course, we're going to see the Penguin again. He's going to get his own spin-off show, and maybe we're going to see him climbing the ranks to, by the end of that show, be a true Kingpin leader and become the absolutely brutal Penguin character that we all know and love. I feel like this movie was really great in terms of showing him as a bit of a mid-tier boss, but I feel like by the end of the Penguin series, he'll be a really intimidating leader. And I feel like with Falcone totally out of the picture, so many other villainous characters will want to grab into his position and just be the new leader of the darker side of Gotham City. And I'm so excited to see what on earth they're going to be doing with this spin-off show. Immediately confirmed to be in production months and months ago, so of course they've got really intriguing plans for this character, and I can't wait to see once again Colin Farrell donning this character, as he just really did become him in such a brilliant way. Next up, we're going to have Mr. Freeze again, obviously a very different adaptation to Arnold Schwarzenegger's hilariously bad performance as this character in Batman and Robin. Matt Reeves has said that he does want to bring this character into the fold, and maybe this is the perfect time to do it as Gotham City is now flooded, so maybe he'll be able to do something with the water and then he will be able to get his powers. And it'd be really interesting actually to see how this character even becomes Mr. Freeze. Is it going to be a very similar experiment gone wrong that we saw in Batman and Robin, or is he just going to use the technology in a similar way to how Bruce Wayne uses a lot of Bat tech and Wayne tech? It'll be really, really cool to see what they're going to do with Mr. Freeze. Next up is going to be the Court of Owls, never before appeared in the live action space, and they are a group of wealthy elite people within Gotham City, so already you can see that the Riddler really won't like these kind of people, and they are really synonymous in terms of kidnapping kids and turning them into assassins. And as they aren't the traditional rogue gallery villains that we see with the Batman character, maybe it'll be really interesting actually this way to kind of continue all of the other mob boss aspects in Gotham City. And speaking of kids that they might kidnap, the next one we're going to talk about is Robin. So Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson have also said that they're interested in introducing the Robin character, and maybe one of the people that they kidnap from a circus is unfortunately going to be the Dick Grayson character. So Robert Pattinson's Batman and Bruce Wayne might save this character, and then as he will have a lot of assassin abilities, maybe when he will be cleansed in terms of all of the brainwashing that the Court of Owl characters will have done to Dick Grayson, he'll be able to be a real partner to Bruce Wayne and to Batman. I do think it's a little bit too early personally to introduce Robin right now. I feel like the original Batman live action series did it in the right way in terms of introducing him in the third movie, as then we can really focus on Bruce Wayne and with Batman. But when he is introduced, I'm sure that Jason Todd and Tim Drake will also be there in the background, maybe as other people that the Court of Owls have also kidnapped. We also have it confirmed that Dick Grayson will be appearing in the upcoming Batgirl spin-off series, so maybe it will be interesting actually to see quite a lot of Dick Grayson versions across movies and across TV shows. So it will be intriguing to see how they do this brand new interpretation in the Batman franchise. Next up we have Catwoman, who of course is going to come back. We obviously saw her departing in a really, really nice way at the end of this movie, her going in one direction and Robert Pattinson's Batman going in another direction. I thought Zoe Kravitz totally nailed it in this performance, and I love that we saw an earlier version of Selena Kyle becoming the Catwoman character while she's away. Maybe actually she will get her own spin-off and we'll get to see how she is going to become the true Catwoman character. I don't think she'll appear in the second Batman movie. I feel like they're going to focus on other characters, but most definitely will be appearing in the third Batman movie, and she will then become a true anti-hero, and it'll be interesting to then see the conflict between her and Batman. Obviously in this movie they were really strong partners, so maybe that will continue, or they are going to really have a bit of a rivalry the next time that we see them, or they might mirror what they do in the animated series, which is to have a bit of a love-hate relationship between these two characters. I also can't wait to see what they're going to be doing with the Alfred character. Not really that much focus was given to the relationship between Alfred and to Bruce Wayne in this movie, for obvious reasons, as obviously they were doing quite a lot in this movie, but I'm really intrigued as well to see this new version of this relationship, as there is a lot more tension and animosity between these two characters. Pretty much all of the other live action movies have focused on a really harmonious and positive and supportive relationship between Alfred Pennyworth and Bruce Wayne / Batman, and it's really great that they've actually done the flip opposite of that in this movie, and I'm really, really excited to see what's going to happen with this relationship, especially as Andy Serkis' Alfred character did survive after the Riddler character was trying so hard to kill Bruce Wayne. And then finally, I can't wait to see James Gordon back again. Absolutely loved the relationship and the partnership between James Gordon's character and Bruce Wayne's character. Absolutely brilliant, loved it. You really could see all of the darkness and the corruptness of the police force through this character, and really does make it legitimate and really true for why Jeffrey Wright's version of this character should be elevated to Commissioner Gordon status, as he is the only person that really cares about enforcing the law in the right way and isn't really corrupt in terms of following Falcone like all of the other police officers are. So those are all of my thoughts on what I think the future of this franchise could lead to, but now I would love to hear from you. What do you think is going to happen in the future with this franchise? I am so excited about the fact that we have this truly dedicated film series that is going to focus on the Bat universe. So much potential, and I'm just really excited to see what's going to happen in the future with this franchise, and I'm really hopeful as well that they do continue the mystery detective stuff that they have set up in this movie. But those are all of my thoughts, and I would love to hear from you, so let me know what you think in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.